All right, let's talk about something we all know and work with in higher ed, peer mentoring. We pour a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of funding into these programs. But what if we've been looking at the payback all wrong? What if the biggest win has been hiding in plain sight this whole time?
It's the question that drives everything, right? It shapes our budgets, our staffing, how we report success. And the answer has always felt, well, pretty obvious. We do this for the new students, for the mentees.
And look, that's for a very good reason. The data is all there. Mentees stick around longer, they adjust to college life way better, and they feel like they actually belong. So yeah, the benefits for them, they're huge, and they're worth celebrating. But that's just one side of the coin. Today, we're going to flip the script. We need to stop thinking about this as just another student service and start seeing it as a strategic investment in our mentors. Let's talk about their payoff, because it just might be the most valuable outcome of the entire program. When you dig into the research, you see this really clear pattern. The benefits that mentors get are massive, and they basically fall into three main categories, or pillars. And this isn't just about them feeling good about helping someone. We're talking about a real, measurable return that sets them up financially, professionally, and personally. So pillar number one is the most straightforward one, the financial foundation. For a lot of these students, being a mentor is a job. It's a paid on-campus position. And that's huge. It's not just a paycheck. It's their first taste of a real professional environment with real responsibilities right here at our own university. Okay, pillar two. This is where the return on investment just goes through the roof. Seriously, being a mentor isn't just a job, it's this incredible hands-on training ground. They are actively building the very skills that every employer is begging for. We're talking leadership from running their group each week, communication from presenting in class, and critical thinking every time they help a mentee solve a problem. These aren't just buzzwords on a resume. They're skills they are living and breathing, week in and week out. And that brings us to the third pillar, which is all about that powerful personal reward. Beyond the money and the resume building, mentors get this profound sense of personal growth. The research says it loud and clear. They feel this deep satisfaction, this fulfillment that comes from actually helping someone succeed. It builds their confidence, their empathy. It really gives them a sense of purpose. So here's the most important part for us as administrators. How do we connect all these amazing skills to their life after graduation? How do we build that professional bridge? It all starts by showing them and showing future employers exactly how their day-to-day mentoring tasks translate into marketable skills. This is how it all clicks into place. See, when a mentor leads their weekly group, they're not just hanging out with freshmen. No, they're getting real experience in team management. When they stand up and help facilitate a class session, that's public speaking. When they point a mentee to the right campus resource, that's networking and problem solving. Every single thing they do has a direct parallel in the professional world. And here's the bottom line, plain and simple. This whole experience makes them incredibly marketable. They're graduating not just with a degree, but with a proven track record of leadership, communication, and teamwork. That makes them stand out big time to both employers and grad schools. Okay, so if the potential payoff is this huge, the big question is, how do we make sure we're actually getting there? How do we maximize that investment? Well, the secret isn't just in what they do. It's in how we prepare them to do it. It all comes down to training. The best practices from all the research give us a really clear blueprint. Good training isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. It has to be a solid, ongoing process that hits these 6 key things. We have to teach them the ethics of the role, give them real techniques to motivate students, and make them absolute experts on our own campus resources. We can't just tell them to be leaders, we have to actually teach them how to lead. And if you take away one thing as a program administrator, let it be this. Great training is what turns this from just another student job into a premier, honest-to-goodness leadership development program. It's the engine that creates our future leaders. So let's wrap this all up. When we change our perspective, when we stop seeing our mentoring programs as only a service for first-year students and start seeing them for what they really are, everything changes. A well-run program is like a dual-engine jet. Sure, one engine is all about boosting freshman success, and that's critical. But the other engine, the one we've been ignoring, is actively identifying and developing our institution's next generation of leaders. It's a leadership pipeline hidden right under our noses. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Is your program just a student service measured only by its impact on mentees?
Or are you ready to see it for what it truly is? Your university's most powerful, most effective incubator for the leaders of tomorrow.